They say immortality is a myth, a story told to comfort dying kings. But deep in the ruins of a forgotten empire, historians uncovered a lantern that glows without flame. And inside it, the trapped soul of a warlord who refused to die. Tonight, we examine the only known record of a man who bound his soul to an object, and the scribe who discovered his secret. A woman forced to choose between love and the destruction of an entire kingdom. Centuries ago, an unnamed kingdom stood at the edge of collapse. Famine consumed the land. Plague swept across cities. Enemy armies circled like vultures. The royal bloodline was broken, and hope vanished. Only one figure kept the kingdom from complete ruin. General Kalen. A commander who never aged, never faltered, and could not be killed. History remembers him as a tyrant. But the scrolls tell a different story. During the final year of the wars, a young scribe named Lyra was captured for documenting forbidden histories. She was brought to Kalen's fortress, chained and exhausted. On her first night inside the stronghold, she noticed a single object locked behind layers of iron. A lantern that glowed without fire. The light inside it pulsed. Steady. Measured. Like the rhythm of a human heart. She wrote, the room was cold. Yet the lantern breathed warmth. Lyra soon realized the lantern never left Kalen's reach. He guarded it with a desperation that bordered on fear. One night, she heard him speaking softly in the darkness. Not to a person, but directly to the lantern. Her writings described the moment clearly. It was as though his voice spoke to something inside it. As though it answered. Lyra understood the truth before Kalen ever confirmed it. His soul was not inside his body. It was trapped in the glowing lantern. And as long as the lantern remained sealed, Kalen could not die. Kalen forced Lyra to record his military history. Every victory, every betrayal, every moment of silence where others died but he remained standing. He warned her never to touch the lantern. He warned her never to ask about its origin. Lyra obeyed. Outwardly. But she wrote in hidden ink. A soul outside a body is a prison. I must know who built the chains. To survive, she lied. She told Kalen she admired his immortality. She told him she wished to understand it. She told him she could help preserve it. It was the first lie that would save her. And the last lie that would destroy him. Lyra eventually discovered the truth buried beneath the fortress archives. Kalen was not born immortal. He was chosen. At the height of the kingdom's plague, the royal sorcerers created a vessel that could contain a soul. And with it, the disease consuming the land. Kalen volunteered to be the host. He sacrificed his soul to imprison the plague. The lantern became both cage and cure. His immortality was not a gift. It was punishment. Endless life in exchange for the survival of the kingdom. And only one person in history, Lyra, learned the burden he carried. As the wars worsened, Lyra saw Kalen bleed, fight, command, and endure. She saw a man who had forgotten warmth, forgotten laughter, forgotten the feeling of being alive. Her writings shift in tone. She no longer described a monster. She described a man who had given everything and received nothing. Slowly, painfully, Lyra fell in love with him. And Kalen, despite having no soul, began to care for her in return. When the kingdom faced its final invasion, Kalen fought tirelessly. His body was scarred, broken, burned. But he could not die. Lyra watched from the fortress walls as he stood alone against an army. She wrote, "Immortality is not freedom. It is suffering without end." That night, she made her decision. She retrieved the lantern from its cage. For the first time in centuries, Kalen's soul was in her hands. Kalen found her in the lantern chamber, trembling, holding the object that contained his life. He did not threaten her. He did not beg. He simply spoke one sentence. "If you open it, I will live once and die once." Lyra understood the consequences. His death would release the plague. The kingdom would fall. Thousands would suffer. But for the first time, Kaelin would feel alive. Free. Human. She opened the lantern. For a moment, Kaelin's eyes changed. The glow inside them softened. He breathed like a man tasting life after centuries of numbness. Lyra wrote. He smiled. And I had never seen him smile. He died minutes later. The plague returned. The kingdom collapsed within months. Lyra's final entry reads, "I loved him enough to kill a kingdom. The ruins of the kingdom still stand. The lantern was never found." Some believe Lyra buried it beside Kaelin's body. Others believe she carried it into exile and hid it where no historian would ever look. The glow of the lantern, they say, can still be seen on certain nights, flickering through fog, beating like a heart that once belonged to a man who sacrificed everything.